There are pieces of advice that sound smart. There are sayings shared like they are absolute truths. But you know what? Not all advice is worth following. In fact, some advice is so dangerous that it can destroy your career, relationships, and your life. Today, we will expose these so-called golden pieces of advice that are actually toxic traps. And if you've ever heard any of them, stop immediately. Part 1: Do what you love, and the money will follow. This saying may sound simple, but it contains a profound philosophy of life that has the power to change the way we view work, career, and money. Let's analyze the meaning of this phrase in detail and in an engaging way. Do what you love, inspiration from passion. When you do what you love, you're not just looking for a job to earn a living, but you're following your passion, creativity, and desires. This brings unlimited enthusiasm and motivation. For example, an artist may not earn much money at the start, but when they truly love their creative work, their pieces will reflect sincerity, and art lovers will feel that. Passion is an invaluable source of energy that keeps you from ever feeling tired or discouraged, even when facing challenges or failures. When you work with your true soul, working with enthusiasm and passion helps you overcome obstacles without feeling burdened. A person who loves their job will not feel it's a duty or responsibility. They work because of their love and joy in each task, each day. You've likely heard stories of famous entrepreneurs or artists who began with just a passion, and although they didn't have much money, their passion led them to continually improve themselves. Gradually, money will come as a natural consequence of their perseverance and quality work. Money will follow. The theory of value and creation. One of the great things about doing what you love is that you're creating real value. This value is not just measured by money but by recognition and appreciation from others. Money in this context isn't just about material wealth, it also refers to recognition, success, and happiness that comes when you do what you love. By dedicating yourself to something you're passionate about, you're sending a powerful message to the world that you deserve to receive worthwhile rewards. For example, vloggers, educators, or online teachers who genuinely love their work and create real value for the community will see money come in ways they never imagined. People appreciate authenticity and passion, and this will bring financial prosperity as well as spiritual satisfaction. The long-term success theory. Doing what you love helps you maintain long-term motivation. While many people in modern society chase money or fame, those who find true passion in their work will always have greater drive to keep going. This is a huge difference because when work is no longer a burden, you're willing to put in time and effort to grow even more. Money comes when you create sustainable value and can continue to grow in your work. That's why passionate people will easily achieve long-term success and prosperity. Freedom and happiness. Finally, when you do what you love, you not only earn money but also live your life the way you want. You're not forced into jobs or choices that you dislike. This brings a wonderful sense of freedom in life. This freedom is not just financial but also mental. You feel satisfied and happy because every day you wake up is an opportunity to live with your passion, not to do a job you hate just for money. Conclusion: do what you love, and the money will follow. The saying, do what you love, and the money will follow, isn't just advice, it's a living truth. When you work with passion and dedication, you're creating value, and money is merely a reward that comes with that value. Trust in yourself and follow what you love because that's how you not only find success but also live a meaningful and happy life. This saying is not only an inspiring message but also ignites faith in one's potential and career. Remember, passion is not just a factor for success but a catalyst that helps you live a life worth living. Part 2: The person who truly loves you will accept everything about you. This saying carries a profound message about love, understanding, and acceptance in relationships. To analyze this statement in detail and in an engaging way, let's explore each aspect of the phrase and explain why it is crucial in love and relationships. Love is unconditional acceptance. One of the most important aspects of love is acceptance, not just accepting the good things, the beautiful traits someone displays, but also accepting their flaws, weaknesses, and imperfections. True love is not about loving only the good parts of a person, but loving everything about them. When you love someone, you can't just love what you want to see, you must love both their strengths and weaknesses, habits, and aspects they may feel insecure or shy about. The person who truly loves you will not just love your standout traits but will embrace even what society might label as flaws. Accepting your past. Each of us has our own past, and sometimes that past isn't perfect. You might have made mistakes, faced failures, or made poor decisions. However, someone who truly loves you will not just look at what you've done in the past but will focus on who you are now and who you are becoming in the future. They understand that the past is just a part of you, and what truly matters is how much you've learned, grown, and evolved into the person you are today. A person who loves you will never judge or force you to change your past, but will accept and love you for who you are now. Accepting your hobbies and habits. Everyone has unique hobbies, habits, and ways of life. These habits might not always align with what others expect, but the person who truly loves you won't try to change you. Instead, they will understand and respect your personal preferences, whether it's your love for music, films, or how you organize your life. For instance, if you love reading and spend hours every day immersed in books, the person who loves you will not only understand but might also share that joy with you, or at least respect the time you dedicate to your hobbies without judgment. Accepting your mistakes and struggles. Love is not a perfect state, and things don't always go smoothly. Everyone has moments where they make mistakes, feel weak, or face difficulties that they cannot overcome alone. The person who truly loves you will not abandon you during tough times. Instead, they will stand by your side, accompany you, and help you overcome challenges. They will love you not just when you're successful but also when you're failing, weak, or in need of support. They will accept you during your darkest moments and continue to believe in your ability to overcome adversity. True love is unconditional acceptance. A truly lasting relationship will never come with conditions. If someone loves you only when you change a certain aspect of yourself, that's not true love. True love is unconditional. It doesn't demand that you become a different version of yourself for them to love you. They love you for who you are, with all your traits, habits, thoughts, and emotions. And the key thing is that in such love, you feel free to be yourself without fear of being forced to change or judged. Freedom in the relationship. When someone truly loves you, they not only accept who you are, but they also support you in developing the way you want to, without needing you to change what you value or hold dear. They won't control you but will create an environment where you can express yourself without fear of criticism or judgment. This freedom is essential to a healthy and enduring relationship, where both individuals can grow and become the best versions of themselves. Conclusion: acceptance is key to a long-lasting relationship. The phrase, "the person who truly loves you will accept everything about you," is a meaningful message about true love and acceptance in relationships. Real love is not just about loving the good but accepting all the imperfections and unfinished parts of a person. When you find someone who loves you truly, they will not only love you for what you have but will accept and love you for everything that you are. This is the foundation of building a lasting and happy relationship. True love doesn't require you to change or hide your flaws. It's love rooted in acceptance and understanding, where both people can be themselves, support each other, and love unconditionally. Part 3. Don't care what others think. In detail and engagingly. Free yourself from social pressure. This phrase represents an important piece of advice in modern life, where we are constantly faced with pressures from society, friends, and family. From a young age, we are taught to do what others expect of us, to please others, and always act in a way that doesn't offend anyone. However, if you live your life only to meet others' expectations, you will never truly find your own path. Take control of your own life. Don't care what others think doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to others' opinions, but rather encourages you to put yourself first. Everyone has a unique life and personal desires, and you are the only one who has the right to decide the path you take. Do what makes you happy, even if it's different from what others expect. Only when you stop caring about others' thoughts can you truly live authentically, pursue your passions and dreams without fear of judgment or giving up because of others' expectations. Build self-confidence. Confidence comes from knowing who you are and not worrying about what others think of you. When you stop caring about others' judgments, you'll feel more at ease with your choices and actions. You'll have more freedom to express yourself without fear of criticism. This creates a solid foundation to build self-esteem and confidence. Fight against social judgment. In a world full of societal standards, especially on social media, it's easy to feel that you must live a certain way to be accepted. However, these judgments are not always fair or accurate. Social norms like you must have a stable job, you must get married, or you must achieve success by a certain age are just expectations imposed by society, but they don't necessarily reflect true happiness. Remember that success and happiness are not fixed molds, they are values you define for yourself. Focus on yourself, not on others. When you care too much about what others think, you can't focus on what truly matters, yourself and the goals you want to achieve. Being overly concerned with others' opinions will distract you and prevent growth. Every time you listen to others too much, you may lose your confidence and the unique goals you set for yourself. Encourage independence and creativity. When you stop caring about others' opinions, you start thinking and acting independently. This not only makes you stronger in life but also more creative. You can experiment with new ideas, break free from molds, and do things no one dares to do because you no longer fear others' judgment. This is especially important in creative fields, business, or any field that requires innovation and creativity. Nobody is perfect, and neither are you. Everyone has flaws, and trying to live up to a perfect image is impossible. Instead of striving to please everyone and create a perfect image, you should learn to accept your own imperfections. This phrase reminds you that no one can please everyone, and that's perfectly fine. Don't live your life to please others, live a life that you love. Freedom in relationships. When you don't care about what others think, you can build more genuine and free relationships. You no longer feel the need to pretend or hide who you are. You can communicate and share with the people you love comfortably, without worrying about being judged or criticized. This creates a space of freedom where each person can be themselves without fear. Conclusion: the phrase "don't care what others think" is an important reminder in modern life. It encourages us to live a life of freedom, without fear, and not be swayed by others' judgments. When you no longer care about others' opinions, you will be able to focus on personal growth, seek true happiness, and build strong, free, and genuine relationships. If you can practice this in your life, you will discover that freedom and self-respect will come to you naturally. Ultimately, you'll realize that doing what you want and being yourself will not only bring you joy but also make you stronger and more confident. Part 4: Success is never giving up. In detail and engagingly. Concept of success. First, to truly understand this phrase, we need to clarify the concept of success. Success is not a fixed destination, it is a continuous journey. It can be achieving a personal goal, making progress in your career, or simply overcoming daily challenges in life. Success is not measured by the amount of money or fame, but by the ability to persist in chasing your dreams, no matter how many challenges or failures you face. Never giving up, a life philosophy. The phrase "success is never giving up" contains a powerful life philosophy. Perseverance and persistence are key to achieving true success. In life, no one can avoid failure. Everyone must face challenges, setbacks, and even criticism or doubt from others. However, those who truly succeed are not the ones who have never failed, but the ones who never give up, no matter how many obstacles they encounter. The power of persistence. Persistence is the ability to keep going even when things don't go as expected. A prime example is Thomas Edison, who had to experiment thousands of times before inventing the electric light bulb. Despite being considered a failure, he never gave up. In fact, every failure was a step closer to success. Persistence, despite failure, helps you learn from each challenge, and it forms a solid foundation for success. Failure is not the end, but a stepping stone. One of the main reasons many people give up is that they don't view failure in the right way. Failure is not the end, it's an opportunity to learn and grow. Each failure contains a valuable lesson about things that need improvement. If you give up too soon, you will never know your true potential. Imagine if inventors or great founders like Steve Jobs or Walt Disney had given up after their first failures. We probably wouldn't have the groundbreaking inventions they left behind. Patience and waiting for the sweet fruit. Success does not always come immediately. It requires time and patience to develop. This phrase reminds us that no success comes easily. Giving up too soon means rejecting an opportunity that might come after a little more persistence. The great successes in history have all required investment of time and effort, such as building a business, learning a new skill, or pursuing your dreams. Motivation and determination. Never give up is not just advice, it's a strong encouragement to push through when things get tough. When you feel like giving up, remember that the most successful people are those who are patient and don't give up when things get difficult. Every time you get up after a failure, you are one step closer to your goal. This persistence not only helps you achieve your goal but also builds a strong mental fortitude, a valuable trait that not everyone possesses. Every step forward is a victory. When you don't give up, every step, no matter how small, is a victory. Success is not about achieving a big goal immediately, but about continuing to move forward, whether you're going slowly or facing numerous difficulties. In fact, every step along the way creates momentum, helping you realize that you are on the right path and don't need to give up. This is important in any journey, from learning a new skill to building a solid career. Believe in your own abilities. This phrase also reflects belief in your own abilities. If you don't give up, you're showing that you believe in yourself and what you can do. When you persist and keep going, you're continuously growing and improving yourself. That's the key to achieving great things in life. Never give up, no matter what. Finally, this phrase advises you not to only persevere when things are going well but also when they are at their hardest. When everything seems to be against you, when you feel tired and discouraged, that's when you need to be the most persistent. Remember that in every challenge, persistence will be your companion in achieving success. Conclusion: success is never giving up is not just an inspiring quote, it's a life philosophy that helps you reach real success. Persistence, never giving up, and not letting failure stop you are the deciding factors in achieving what you want. Remember, every great success begins with small steps and persistence through each challenging phase. When you don't give up, you not only achieve your goals but also become a stronger, more passionate, and resilient person. Part 5. Just think positively, everything will be fine. In detail and engaging. The concept of positive thinking. Positive thinking is not just about seeing things optimistically, but also about viewing challenges and difficulties as opportunities for growth. It's an approach to life where you focus on the good rather than getting caught up in worries, fears, or failures. This phrase conveys the message that a positive attitude can help you face any difficult situation with greater confidence and strength. The importance of an optimistic mindset. Positive thinking is the key element that helps you overcome life's challenges. It doesn't mean you will avoid difficulties or challenges, but it helps you maintain calm and clarity to find solutions. If you always focus on the positive, you'll easily recognize opportunities in the midst of challenges, and instead of feeling defeated, you'll feel like you're learning and growing. Positive thinking drives action. One of the reasons why positive thinking is important is that it drives action. When you think positively, you will feel more motivated and determined to take action. Optimism creates positive energy, helping you keep pushing forward and not give up. If you always believe that everything will be fine, you'll find creative solutions, overcome barriers, and continue to move forward. The impact of optimism on your mood. Positive thinking has a powerful effect on your mood. When you focus on the good things, your brain produces happy chemicals like endorphins and serotonin, making you feel happier and more relaxed. This feeling will extend to all areas of your life, from work to personal relationships. On the other hand, if you think negatively, your body will react with stress and anxiety, affecting both your physical and mental health. Solving problems with an optimistic spirit. When you face a problem or a difficult situation, how you approach it will determine the outcome. If you maintain a positive mindset, you will easily find solutions instead of getting stuck in worry. Positive thinking does not mean denying reality or avoiding problems, but it is about focusing on solutions instead of just seeing the problems. It helps you stay calm and find a clearer path forward. Positive thinking is the key to success. In fact, many successful people share a positive attitude. For example, founders of large companies or those who overcome illness all have a strong belief in the power of positive thinking. They don't let failures or difficulties stop them. Instead, they use them as lessons to grow and become stronger. Positive thinking helps them overcome even the hardest moments and keep moving forward. The power of belief. Positive thinking not only makes you feel better, but it can also create real results. Belief in yourself and your abilities is a key factor in achieving your goals. When you believe that everything will be fine, you can view situations from a different perspective and fully tap into your potential. That's why positive thinkers are often able to solve problems better and maintain motivation throughout the process. Positive thinking as motivation to overcome hardships. Life is not always smooth, but with a positive mindset, you can easily overcome difficulties. We all know that hardships and failures are an inevitable part of everyone's journey. However, if you have an optimistic outlook, you'll see them as challenges to overcome, not as insurmountable obstacles. Positive thinking helps you not to fall when faced with adversity, but instead, it helps you rise and keep going. Positive thinking and life satisfaction. Finally, this phrase also emphasizes that when you maintain a positive mindset, you will feel more satisfied with your life. Nothing is perfect, but with an optimistic attitude, you will easily find joy and fulfillment in the little things. Whether it's work, family, or personal relationships, a positive mindset makes you feel like everything is fine and more meaningful. Conclusion: just think positively, everything will be fine is not just simple advice but a powerful life strategy. Instead of letting life pull you into worries and fears, positive thinking helps you take control of situations, seek opportunities in every difficulty, and maintain a good mood to overcome challenges. Positive thinking is not a magic trick, but it certainly opens new doors, helping you build a more fulfilling and successful life. Try changing your perspective, and you'll see that things will gradually get better. Remember, not all advice that gets shared frequently is right. This world is full of success hacks or life mantras that sound great, but if you're not careful, they might pull you away from the best version of yourself. Light bulb: be awake. Listen, and choose wisely. Don't blindly follow advice. Instead, learn how to think critically, debate, and make informed choices. Backhand index pointing right. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to receive more sharp, practical content to help you live mindfully in a noisy world. See you in the next video.